The perk defense begins with d6, controlling the e5 square and preparing for knight f6. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center and controls the e5 and d4 squares. They overlooked an opportunity to develop a knight off its starting square. You are bringing your bishop into play, eyeing the central squares. You are now able to force doubling of pawns. You are forcing your opponent to double pawns. A straightforward recapture. Not the best move, but not bad either. They move the pawn to safety. You are threatening to win a bishop through a fork. You are now able to win a bishop through a fork. This is the way to win material. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. Good job. That's what I would have played too. They move their king out of the check from your queen. Nice fork! You'll be winning a rook. They move the queen to safety. This move wins a rook. A clear recapture. That rook was yours for the taking. Their knight comes into play, attacking the center. Very good choice. They made one of the top moves in this position. It makes sense to simplify with trades. A straightforward recapture. Your pawn is no longer hanging and is now defended. They are threatening to win a rook through a fork. Castling kingside tends to be safer because your king is further from the center. Capturing your hanging pawn. Correct, of course. Move away from danger. I like their choice. Your bishop is ready to be developed to an active square. They played one of the best moves here. You trade off equal material. A clear recapture. You attack a knight, winning a tempo when it moves away. They move the knight to safety. Nice. Definitely the right move. They develop their piece, gaining tempo by attacking your knight. For sure you had to move away from the threat. That's playable. You are material up and simplifying the position is good for you. A straightforward recapture. Yes, this is the way. They made one of the top moves in this position. You have now doubled your rooks, allowing them to team up. I like their choice. That was an even swap of material. A clear recapture. You kicked your opponent's piece from that square. This move left their knight hanging. You captured that free knight. This move puts their pawn on a safer square. You captured that free pawn. They defended their pawn, which was under attack. You've activated every piece with this move, putting your bishop into play. They played one of the best moves here. This wins a pawn. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Good job stepping in to defend your rook. Their piece is now on a more active square. This is a fine move. They move their king out of the check from your rook. You captured a free pawn. They move their king out of the check from your bishop. Well done, an excellent move. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Very good choice. They move the pawn to safety. This is a fine move. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Good job. That's what I would have played too. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Well done, an excellent move. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Your bishop is no longer hanging and is now defended. They made one of the top moves in this position. Nice, definitely the right move. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Your discovered attack wins you a pawn. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You offered your opponent the chance to trade off equal material. This move puts their rook on a safer square. This move wins a pawn. They move their king out of the check from your rook. That pawn was yours for the taking. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. You step your king away from the checking rook. Decent move, but they had a better one. Yes, this is the way. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. Your move gets closer to checkmate. They move their king out of the check from your rook. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. They took your pawn for free. You had a better option, but this is not bad. You get a chance to force eventual checkmate. Not the best move, but not bad either. Capturing the checking pawn. You found a safer square for your rook. They had a better way to evade the check from the opposing rook. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. Capturing your hanging pawn. You escape the check from the rook. You are now able to force eventual checkmate. Your opponent will be forced into checkmate if you find the right move. You are now able to checkmate the king. Always feels nice to win.